You know, they call him the Greek Freak, and he is unique. There are those handful of players. Not all great superstars are like this. There's been a handful. First time I saw a player like Giannis was Wilt. He wore a headband. He was just more athletic than everybody in the 70s. Then it was Dr. J. I mean, as good as Kobe was, I'd seen it before. It was called MJ. But Giannis is absolutely unique. Long and agile. He'll run guards down, beat them down the floor. The Greek Freak. But, you know, there's something else about him. He just plays harder than everybody else. He plays with this optimistic joy. There's no drama with him. He's like an 8-year-old playing basketball for the first time. You want to tell him, hey, slow down. There's 4 quarters here. Even the greatest players coast at times, take possessions off. Not Giannis. And a lot of the great current players have something about their game which appears to be an obstacle. KD and AD can't stay healthy. Kawhi is nonverbal, sometimes just disappears. Kyrie's got an erratic personality. Harden doesn't give you much on the defensive end, and LeBron, frankly, has been great, but he's old. Giannis has one hole. It's that free throw thing. And last night, he was Larry Bird. He's 26 and only getting better. Here's something else I like about Giannis. And I like new stuff, but I like old school too. He only follows 7 people on Twitter. His mother, his 3 brothers, his fiance, and this is funny, Elon Musk, plus Kobe. Giannis is an old soul at 26. He's not brand obsessed. He's not Twitter obsessed. He leaves politics to everybody else. He's not part of the giant American basketball machine. He feels like an outsider. And for all his utterly amazing physical gifts, there are 2 other things, and I'm not sure anybody other than his parents get credit for them. He's humble, and he's grateful. He's truly different. It's about family. It's about loyalty. It's about trustworthiness. It's about Milwaukee. When's the last time we said that in the NBA? It's all about Milwaukee. I like Giannis. I never really thought he was a face of the league. He just didn't want to be. It didn't seem to interest him. But in sort of a backdoor way, a unique way, not the American basketball machine way, he is now the face of the league. He offers things. I hear this. Well, you know, it'd be better if he played in New York or L.A. I've got to tell you, I think it would be fun to play with Giannis. He doesn't need to take the final shot. You don't, if you play with Giannis, have to be the rim protector. That's hard work. He'll do that. You don't have to guard the best guy. No, he'll do that. He's not going to get hurt in the middle of the season, and you have to carry the team for 6 weeks while he's out. He seemingly never gets hurt. He's coachable. He's likable. He values stuff that my entire life has worked in every business I've been in. Work hard. There's a little American dream, not to be corny, but there's a little American dream to Giannis. If you come to America and you've got talent and you work really, really hard, you'll fail initially. You don't have the connections, perhaps, of somebody born here. And then you'll fail again, and you may fail again. But if you're optimistic and you persevere and you're coachable and you're trustable and you care about the things that truly matter, America's a great place. And this morning, and I've never said this before, in the NBA, there's no place like Milwaukee. Now, the question this morning, is it Giannis's league? Is he the best player? Well, yes, this morning, he's driving the car. Everybody, including LeBron, is in the back seat. Is he the best player? Well, I've been watching this league for 40 years. He is the most physically dominating. The greatest player in the NBA, and it's something you usually hold for about 7 to 10 years. The truly great players in this league, they have a style or a play, and when you watch it, you think, oh, nobody else could do that. The first player I really saw it with was Dr. J. Dr. J had enormous hands. He had a very free-flowing game. It was very fluid. And Dr. J, we'll show you an old piece of tape, would come down the floor, and he would do things that I'd never seen even great players do. He would swoop under the basket. He was the first player that drew me to the NBA. I'd never seen baseball players or football players. I'd never seen soccer players. I'd never really seen an athlete do stuff like that. I remember as a kid trying to palm the ball for years, and I couldn't. Dr. J was the kind of player that you would watch him play, and then you would go outside, I did, to my basket, and I would try to do Dr. J stuff, and the ball would come out of my hands and roll into the yard. And then after that, there was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had a handful of moves. Remember when he switched hands? Not even Dr. J did that. Michael Jordan had a series of plays, not many. We know he's the greatest ever, right? But a series of plays, you can just say the switch hands play. And it's Michael Jordan. There's nobody else like that. There's other players who have done things. Magic Johnson, Showtime Lakers, when he would hold the ball in one hand on the fast break and pass. Shaq, the alley-oop. I always thought that was so fitting for Shaquille O'Neal. Not only the alley-oop, because a lot of bigs can do that, but you not only got the dunk, but you got his personality all in 3 seconds. That is the play of Shaq's career. It sums up him and his dominating game. I'd never seen anybody do that. By the way, I was sitting 12 feet behind the basket. Steph Curry taking 32 shots. LeBron James running down the floor. Remember, LeBron is a power forward. For almost all of my life, power forwards rebounded, and that was about it. They did not chase down guards 94 feet and block the ball. Not every star has this. Dr. J had it. Shaq had it. Magic had it. Michael had it. LeBron has it. And when I think of Giannis, there are 2 plays in this series. He was clearly the best player, but 2 iconic plays that I think right now nobody else could do. The first is this block. To go from defending the ball handler to the block and this alley-oop running past guards on the floor, this is a 7-footer. This was, in our eyes initially, a center. These are the kind of physically game-changing, unique, iconic plays that the all-time physical greats have. And I do believe Giannis is in that category. Nobody can quite physically do what he can do today. Does that qualify you as the best player? It qualifies you as the most physically unique and dominating player. And I think it needs to be said this morning. For the last 15 years, it always felt like LeBron had another gear he could shift to. This morning, I don't think he can shift to those 2 gears. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.